Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I'm Zsuzsanna Hörcsög. I'm coming to you live from the UK, and I'm a medium, and I'm a I feel quite creative right now. So thank you very much for joining me. This is our show, Zsuzsanna Medium. And I tell you, you have joined me just at the perfect time, because I am ready to paint. I'm ready to paint. And then what we are going to do today, we are going to have two callers. So I'm going to continue painting or creating something in front of me. And I really trust that those lovely two people joining me today will enjoy or benefit from what I'm creating in front of me right now. So I'm going to get on with this one. But while I'm doing this, I want to give, let's just give a shout to some people who are listening live. I know we've got the Ask for Radio Network has various pages here on Facebook. Right now, I'm double screening. I've got a different device here, different device here. So I just want to give a shout to some people who are on the main page of Ivana Psychic Radio. So I can see we have had Kelly here, who was saying good afternoon. So Kelly, if you are listening, thanks very much for joining us here. And Kelly had an additional note here. We had Jasmine here. So Jasmine, thanks very much for joining us. We had Pauline here, if you are listening. Pauline is asking, please give me a reading, please. The way how you get a reading, you send a message or you call in. You can find all the information on the main page. We got also Xander, who says, hello, and then we have Leah who says hello. So thanks very much for joining. Now, if you want me to read your name out, make sure that you start writing, because we are live. That is what wonderful thing here right now, as I'm here on Tuesdays with you, 3:30 EST, PM EST, and 8:30 PM GMT. We are live, so it's really cool. Now, while I'm waiting for the two lovely people to have readings, whether they want me to have a card or tune into their energies or continue painting, I'd like to announce a few things. Now, if you watch my shows here, you know that I don't really do announcements, but today it feels like, because I felt that I don't really want to start a big topic talking about anything really spiritual in that sense, because I know once I start talking, then it's a little bit difficult to stop talking. So here we go. Now, on my main page, on my Facebook page, Zsuzsanna Medium, so that's my main link, Zsuzsanna Medium everywhere. I have a workshop, as I promised you, this Saturday, the 28th of August, which I'm calling I Am Journaling, a beginner's guide to being creative. Now, if you watched my show last week, when I talked to you about journaling and various experiences about writing and putting your things out there or just on the paper, I mentioned two big areas for the purpose of writing or journaling. One of them was healing. The other one was the being creative. And there is a third area which I did not really speak. But then if you come along on this Saturday, the 28th of August, then you will have a benefit. You will have your benefit to learn about the third area also, which is manifesting. I wanted to talk to you. So here we go. That's one thing. Now, another thing, if you live here nearby, which means in the UK, I'm going to attend 3 events as now September and October is coming up. Now, if you are familiar with my area, Nottinghamshire in the Midlands, we will have one show coming up, one well-being show, one well-being market arranged by the wonderful Lysian Events. One of them is going to be here in Newark, in my hometown, next weekend on the 4th and the 5th of September. And then another one the following weekend in Staffordshire. So listen out to this one, because I'm going to be there as well with all the other wonderful people from this community. And while I'm saying this, because we are going to be here, all these events, we are there for Saturdays and Sundays. And if you would like to have a face-to-face reading or consultation with me, you can find me at these venues. Saturday from 10 to 5. Sundays, it's always 10 to 4. And if you would like to have a reading, you can send me an email and you can secure your space. My email is hello@zsuzsannamedium.com. And because you are listening, because you are listening to me right now, we are here on this wonderful network, I'm going to give you a code, it's just between you and me, so take a note of that. And my secret code to have a 10% off from my readings is Ask One Radio. So if you come and see me either in Newark or over Staffordshire coming up in September and tell me the code, Ask One Radio, and then you tell me one thing what you enjoy when you are listening to these shows, one thing you enjoy, then that code will apply to your time as well. Now, another thing is coming up in October, which is in Mansfield, a little bit like nearby, close by, a little drive over there, on the 16th and 17th of October, where I'm going to again attend a different event where I'm also going to give a talk on Sunday about spiritual development. So stay tuned in, find us there. Now, if you cannot attend because, for instance, you live even on the other side of the earth, with the Elysian events, you can also find Elysian events, as I say, Elysian events here on Facebook, where they are giving out a lot of conversations and talks and various things. A lot of things are recorded, very interesting things. So you can access those ones, even if you cannot travel to us, to the UK. So here we go. That is very, very exciting, and it's coming up. And then one more thing before I get to the lovely, lovely person here waiting for the reading, is that when you come onto my Facebook page, Zsuzsanna Medium, when I do live conversations, readings, or when I share about nature, or when I give you a reading or a talk from my car, or when I'm out whatever I am, I can be inspired and I can start talking. Make sure that you hit the bell. There's a little bell there, whatever on your screen, so that when I come live, that you are able to find me and join me there next time. And you could be maybe the person who's receiving a reading here. So what I am doing before I get to the first lovely person here, I've got my paper. This is what it looks like. The way how we do the paint something and then we fold it. And then this is what I have been doing. So I've got one here for myself just to keep my colors and my paint go, and then watching that I'm not going to tap my camera too much. So here we go. I've got one painting for myself. Here we go. But then I'm going to go for the first caller. So I'm very, very, very eager to find out how I can help Diane in Eastlake, Ohio, who is ready. So Diane, how are you?
I am so good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for joining us here. So if you, I don't know if you have had a reading before, or that is the first time, I tune in with your energy, tune into your energy. I have some cards I am actually quite keen on using today. Or if you would like me to do, I'm very happy to create a picture for you using some of the colors here, and then take the reading and take the energy from what we receive here. So how would you like me to work now?
Let's do the energy one. See what we have.
The energy, okay. Now it's interesting you say this, because as I'm putting my paper down, so I put the paper down, I've got the colors, so I'm not going to use the colors. But when you said the word energy, I feel that there are the certain frequencies and certain vibrations of light coming in, and some other lights and some other frequencies you would prefer that they stay outside. What with your energy, what I feel is that in one way you have moved forward, you have worked quite a lot on your side, on yourself, especially your heart and your throat area, throat chakra. And then you feel that now you gather the strength and you are ready to move forward, even though sometimes you feel that it is a little bit, maybe a little bit more challenging, but then you are moving forward. But I need to notice those lights, those vibrations, which I feel, that is your energy, which I feel I need to keep a little bit away from me, a little bit separate. Would you understand that, please?
I do. Thank you.
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Because while I'm holding my hand up, and then again, I'm not touching any colors, any paint here, I feel that I want to keep out the yellow and then the orange, and then as I said, I'm moving here, I worked here, and then you have started tuning in with the white light, because I see the lilac and I see the purple colors and I'm seeing the white light. And what I feel is that somehow you, as if you are keeping yourself safe in some ways. So knowing and doing things what you know and what you are familiar with, and then having my confidence in check. This is what I need to say. Probably that's why I get the yellow and then the orange. Would you understand that, please?
I would. Thank you. I do.
Thank you. Thank you. And while I'm saying is, while I'm holding my hand up light, my blinds are down because it's evening here in the UK. But what I feel is that I need to mix those colors. I need to mix those lights. And that is for, your energy. Would you also understand the grandfather on your father's side, please? And then also grandfather and grandmother on your father's side, please.
Yes. That's great.
Thank you. Thank
Please
you.
continue.
Yeah. Lovely. You see, this is how it works. That's why it's so very beautiful, because I feel that immediately your grandfather has been actually waiting for you to start the conversation, because in my energy, the grandfather is standing outside of the window. It feels that energy wants to help you, but then you are keeping it a little bit in a distance. I need to just make sure that it is okay to have the conversation. Whereas I feel his energy is ready to pour, ready to bring in healing, because I'm getting the green color. For me, it is the healing in this conversation. Would you understand that, please?
I would definitely understand that. Yes.
Thank you. And then he's saying that there is nothing to be worried about, there is nothing to be scared about, and there is nothing to be ashamed about. Because while I'm saying the word ashamed, I'm also getting the red color, For some reason, I'm feeling that now as I'm saying this, this might bring up certain memories and certain conversations with you, which you would like to, or you would rather keep to yourself, and I don't want to talk about those things. I feel that the red color, that energy is behind me, and I don't really want to look at that, and I don't really want to deal with it. But then you see right now, here I am, this is how I want to move forward. But then what this grandfather very lovingly is reminding you that, just deal with it. There is nothing to be ashamed of. There is nothing to be worried about, because you need to understand, and you know it very well, that whatever is happened with you, that is part of you, And then while I'm saying this is, it's a very grounding energy, but that he's inviting you to bring it onto your chest, and then bring it, wear it with pride. Be proud of yourself, and be proud of what you have come through. Would you understand that, please?
I do. That's nice. I like that.
Thank you. He's also coloring. You see, you did not choose colors, but this is how we are working. This is how we need to work. He's giving me a lot of red color, coloring the sky in red, coloring the sky in red. And then he's also showing me a storybook, a children's book, So I don't know whether you remember a storybook, but he's making me aware of opening that book. And then, sometimes in children's book, we see things which are not the real thing, but then they are expressed in one way or another, but then they still have the meaning. And what he's saying is that it doesn't matter what conversations people edit to your story, the real meaning is within you, And then with the real meaning within you, he's giving you a crystal, he's giving you a crystal to your heart, and then he's asking you to find, to very gently work with the crystal to clear the facade of the crystal, There is something very, very special within you. This is what he's showing, And then you just have to remember, you just have to go with that energy within your heart. Would you understand that, please?
I do. Thank you. That's nice. I do.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's quite interesting because I don't normally bring crystals down onto my laptop, but today I needed to bring one. So this is a rose quartz for you. What he's making me aware of is the crystal clear quartz. Now I also feel that you are also hearing conversations. You have tuned in with the higher realms. Would you understand that, please?
I'm sorry, I really didn't hear what you said.
You have been listening. You have been receiving conversations from the higher realms. Thank you.
Yes,
Because
yes.
that is what he's saying, that anything, all what is behind Iran, that is the very unique ability what you have. And then he's really encouraging you to put your focus on, clearing that energy and working with your own energy, and then continuing working with the higher realms. You need to get ready to receive more information and more specific information. And he's giving you 3 and 4 months ahead. So it is about October, November, December time. He's saying that use the remaining few months this year to get prepared, because he wants you to be really serious. He really wants you to take things really seriously for yourself, meaning your spiritual work. I also feel that you are a healer.
I was going to ask you the same question that you just told me, so I'm pretty happy right now.
Yes. And so his energy is really just okay. You know what? Up to this point, we have just been thinking about things. Now it is a time that you actually take it seriously, and then you go with it, and then you get prepared. And then it might also mean that I'm taking a training or learning with somebody, but I feel that you have already done that. It's just really focusing and really going very fine with which area you would like to go. I feel that your energy is that you are combining the messages what you receive, in conversation, because you are able to say the word what you receive, and then it's very, very clear, and it's very precise, very, very clear. And you know that you do not need to have many, many words coming to you, because you are able to give purely and clearly and concisely what you receive. So that is one channel. The other one is the healing. I think that they are going to show you more like different types of modalities to work with, and then you will have the selection. As I'm moving forward, you will have the selection, what is really resonating with you. He's saying that don't give it a potluck, so it's not that you are just choosing something, but then you are already, that very well, that you are very careful when it comes to selection. So you will take your time, and I feel that next year, March is the time when things start moving around, the wheel is moving around, and then that is when the energy is really now taking off. And then now we are in action. Would you understand that, please?
I do, absolutely.
Lovely. Now, Diane, I know that, sometimes when we have conversations here, we can be just so very, very brief, in that sense. So what I'm offering for you, that if you would like to take it, send me an email, and I'm going to give you an extra 15 minutes. You can arrange it to finish your conversation, because I would like to get to another a lovely listener here. So if you would like to take that, and thank you very much for calling in and allowing me to work with your energy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Now I'm going to go, because I've got looks like about 8 minutes. I've got Leah in St. Amode, Victoria, Australia. Hooray! Thank you very much for joining me. Can you hear me, Leah, please?
I can, yes.
Lovely. So how can I help you? Would you like me to bring you a card, an intuitive reading, or create a picture for you?
A reading.
A reading? Okay.
Yeah.
Now what I'm saying, are you happy if I bring you a card? I'm feeling this creative energy here.
Yep.
Can I bring you a card, please?
Sorry?
Can I bring you a card, please?
Yes, please.
Lovely. Thank you. Now I'm going to bring you 3 cards. So when I use 3 cards on my Facebook page or my social media page, it usually goes with choose 1, 2, 3. But then for you, I'm going to use the 3 cards as what was behind, what is present, and what is the potential as we are moving forward. Now, and also I'm using a card which is the traditional tarot card, but I need to have the colorful version, because I'm feeling quite colorful and doing creative things here. So here we go. Now it's interesting because when we started talking, before I picked up the cards, my sensation was that I need to shuffle the cards, but not this type of cards. I need to shuffle and I need to refresh certain areas in my life, and I feel that you feel it, and that some areas feel a little bit stagnant, and I feel like I'm just waiting for the change to come. Would you understand that, please?
Yep. Sounds about right.
Thank you. To go with, because they are showing me two ways, the private life and then my career, the things, what I do. I feel that is stronger, that is a stronger conversation to see what is happening with your work area. Now, I feel that it feels that they are giving me 50%, as if I'm the 50% of the time I'm listening to what other people are saying me, what they are suggesting. And then it is a little bit too overpowering. Would you understand that?
Yep.
Thank you, because it feels that you want to move forward, you want to accommodate, you want to listen to people, but it feels that it is a little bit too much for us. What they are consciousness, what spirit is telling me that you have spent quite a lot of time. They are giving me 2, 3, and 5, and 7 years going back. Accommodating other people's ideas and energies, and then you have you got to the point that actually you realize it's not really working for me. And what they are giving us right now is that you really need to have that extra push, and then take that big energy and big step forward. I also feel that you are considering change. You are looking into, or you have been looking into change. And what they are saying is that when you put your energy into, I want to change, they will support you. That is the energy that they will support you. Now for you, I have a grandmother on your mother's side, a grandmother or grandmother energy on your mother's side, who feels like a little bit shorter lady to me, about your health, or a little bit shorter. And then she's the one who would be listening first. I'm feeling quite comfortable in my body. And then she's the one actually who's encouraging you to open the doors. Would you understand this energy for us, please?
Yep. Certainly do.
Thank you. And she's the one. It's interesting because I would use my right hand, but then for some reason I'm feeling that she's left-handed, or she's using her left hand as well. And then I feel that once you say, now I want to change, I want it, then she's going to do everything. She's going to pull all the strings that she's going to help you to make changes. It also feels like that I might be moving location, or I also feel moving from one like bigger space, like a country, to another. That is the energy what she's also saying. So I'm not saying pack up and start moving, but then she's making a reference to changing a location. And I also need to say changing location in her time as well. For some reason, I'm getting Germany here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Going back, I feel about, you can check it. Possibly you can check it, please, Leah, because I'm talking about your grandmother. So going back to 3 generations before her generation, okay? So it's like 5 generations back, okay? Sometimes it happened, 19th century. Yes, 19th century, or even before that, when families decided to move from one place to another, and they made a big change. I feel that there is something there. I love when they give me some information like this because it goes with the historical inquiry. Now, I promise you 3 cards, okay?
Yeah.
Would you have a question in the meantime?
I do. My kid's father recently passed away, and I just have been feeling like he's like around a lot, and I'm just wondering if he is and if he's okay.
Okay. Would you understand the gentleman who's taking small steps?
Sorry?
Would you understand the gentleman who's taking small steps? And then not just physically taking smaller steps, thank you, but then how he's managing life. I feel that I'm feeling quite it's not withdrawn, but quite quiet. And I would do my business. I would live my life, step by step. I would not really plan much ahead, like many, many years ahead, but I would take one step a time, quite safely before I would consider taking another step. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. And then I'm feeling very organized. I'm feeling very good with my money. I'm feeling very organized. And then it's nice to have things tight, and organized. And then even when I say the word money, he does not really want me to talk about the time when he did not have much, or he did not, or had to really think about it, or really had to trust luck, when he said, oh, I don't know how things are going to work out, but I'm taking the luck, I'm taking that step, that is. But then he was always more of the being safe, on the safe side of life. But then he's just saying that there were those times, and then they were quite, oh, I had to try it, I had to go for it because of the sake of everybody around me. But then he does not really want to draw the attention or talk about it, so like one step at a time. And then also I feel that in his later years, I'm not feeling very old with him. He's giving me 54 for some reason, 54 and 56, and I'm feeling that taking little steps at a time, so whether physically, this is what he was feeling. But you need to know, because I've got 60 seconds left here, Leah, that he's very much around, and as you are moving forward, he's helping you with one step at a time, Now I'm going to give you your cards, because I've got a few minutes here, few seconds. You've got the 7 of Pentacles. And while I'm showing these 3 cards, I'm going to put them aside. You've got the High Priestess for the balance. Please feel free to send me an email to hello@ZsuzsannaMedium.com so I can continue with your reading. I'm happy to give you an extra 15 minutes for your reading. Here we go. And I've got 30 seconds. So my lovely friends here, Diane and Leah, joining me. Thank you very much for joining me. And then all the rest of you, everybody out there. That was my show, Zsuzsanna Medium, and I was Zsuzsanna Hörcsög, coming to you live from the UK, from the Midlands. And I'm always here on Tuesdays, 3:30 p.m. EST and 8:30 p.m. GMT. And come to my Facebook page where I can actually do some painting for you as well. Okay, so sending you lots of love, many blessings, and see you next week. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you.